Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and I'll be talking about a double plasma build for the tactical class in Space Marine 2 patch 13. Now this one will be using the brand new heroic plasma pistol we have on top of the newly buffed plasma incinerator, and I'll say guys, the plasma guns right now, they feel pretty good. Maybe not like god tier options at the moment, but they were definitely stronger than they were before. They upped the plasma's common shot damage by 40% on the primary weapon here, and they also upped its charge shot damage by 10% this patch. So it feels way better than before, though I will say the rate of fire version is still by far the best option out of all of these. But you know, if you want to take things like firepower now, you definitely could. Like the damage is definitely pretty noticeable. Now for the perk tree here, I did take the perk blast radius first. A damage radius of a charge shot increases by 10%. Moving here to the perk rampage. After killing 7 enemies in rapid succession, you will deal 25% more damage for 10 seconds. The cooldown is 15 seconds. This is actually pretty easy to trigger now with the newly buffed common shot damage. The common shot damage allows you to like wipe out Zangors and Hormagaunts and Cultists very easily. I mean, Cultists already one shot, but the Zangors and the Hormagaunts especially, they will die significantly faster this patch, and because of that, Rampage will also trigger far more often, even outside like charge shots and stuff like that. So a really good perk option. Next perk here is Efficient Charge. Charge shots from this plasma weapon use 2 less energy. This perk is still a god tier option, though I will say, you know, if you want to go down the top tree for whatever reason, you could like skip this perk, but I would still go down the bottom here, and having more ammunition and more efficient shots like this, it will definitely help you out. Next perk here is Charge Speed. Projectile speed of charge shots increases by 25%. This also helps you out a ton, pretty self-explanatory. Moving here into the perk Blast Radius for another charge shot radius increase. Then I go up here into the perk Common Speed and the perk Adamant Restoration. Now for a long time, Common Speed sucked ass because Common Shots sucked ass, but these days, your Common Shots are actually pretty good for CHP recovery and the damage on the actual Hormagaunts and stuff like that, so because of that, this perk is significantly better. And I will say, the perks up here like Common Efficiency and down here Balanced Cooling, these are still shit. I'm not gonna lie, they're still shit, but like this one's pretty good. Next perk here is Adamant Restoration for ammunition restoration while dropping below 30% HP. Then I move here into the perk Retaliation for 25% more damage for 10 seconds on a perfect time dodge. Then I grab the perk here Fast Venting, and down here to the perk Perpetual Velocity for a shot charge rate of 15% faster with an increase there, which is super nice for this build. You know, I'll say on the rate of fire, or really any variant, you always pick this up because Perpetual Velocity is that strong. Now up here I take Home Precision. Equip weapons maximum spread decreases by 50% when firing without aiming. This perk makes your hip fire very strong on Plasma Incinerator. I actually think this one is a very underrated perk in general for this gun, because half the time I find myself never ever using the ADS on this when I actually have this perk installed, and because of that I pretty much always pick it up on every single plasma build. Next perk here is Efficient Charge again, though alternatively you could pick up things like Great Might or the perk up here Common Cooling. That is up to you. That's pretty much all there is for the primary. Now for the secondary, this is the brand new heroic plasma pistol. This has the heroic effect here called Overcharged Plasma Coils. Only fires charge shots with increased damage, but charge time is longer. Now this gun will only fire 1 charge shot before you actually have an overheat, and it will also basically have like a proper arc to it, like a heavy plasma incinerator. The best way I could describe this gun is that the heroic plasma pistol is just a pocket heavy plasma, and all you do is just shoot off 1 charge shot, but that 1 charge shot is all you need because it will one-shot Majoris on any difficulty. It is ridiculous how much damage this actually does, but to circumvent that, it has like a 5 business day charge up speed. It takes forever to charge this thing, but like when it actually fires off, it is really fucking satisfying, so I've been enjoying this one a lot. Now, as far as the perk tree goes, we actually changed the perk tree a lot on this one. You have a couple options, but the one I went through here was through the bottom tree first with Fast Venting, moving here into the perk Rampage. After killing 7 enemies in rapid succession, you deal 25% more damage for 10 seconds. The cooldown is 15 seconds. You know, if you want to skip over this perk, I understand, because there are times, like if you aren't playing with a team that's properly coordinated, this weapon can get you staggered all the time, and getting 2 shots off in consecutively is pretty goddamn impossible at times. So for that reason, Rampage can occasionally suck, but I do value the perk up here Fast Venting more than like the perks up here with like a Plasma Collection, just because we want to go all the way down the bottom tree here, because that we get the most possible damage, especially for bosses. Next perk here is Divine Might for a 10% damage increase, and then I pick up the perk here Great Might for another 10% damage increase against bosses. And then I grab the perk Plasma Collection up here into Perpetual Velocity for a faster charge rate. Guys, just take this perk, because this weapon already takes forever to actually charge, and without this it's going to take even longer. So you really want that increased charge rate, because that's the difference between you like one-shotting a clump of chaos spawn and stuff, or doing basically no damage at all. Next perk here is Blast Radius, and the final two perks are Retaliation for 25% more damage on a perfect dodge, and the final perk is Divine Might for even more damage. And that's pretty much all there is for the Heroic Plasma Pistol. I will say the best way to use this against a boss is put your Auspex down and then shoot off your Plasma Pistol, because at that point you will damn near chunk like half their HP at a single shot with the proper setup. It's pretty insane, and this Plasma Pistol is a ton of fun, though I don't really know if I would call it a top tier option. It's not like, you know, overpowered by any means. It does take forever to charge up. The rate of fire plasma is still better in my opinion, but this one still puts out a ludicrous amount of damage. Now, for my melee weapon, I do take the Argent Edge, the Heroic Combat Knife. This is still the best fencing weapon in the entire game in this patch. I also updated the perk description here to properly reflect what it actually does. It says Scathing Retort. The riposte window is shorter, but each perfect parry damages and staggers the enemy. I mean, staggering a Ravener or a Terminator out of their like triple hit combos is incredible in Space Marine 2. You pretty much always pick this up. You know, the bonus damage that you get off a perfect parry is nice, but honestly, just that stagger effect makes this the best defensive tool in the entire game. Now, for the perk tree here, I do start off with Armored Strength first, moving here to Tide of Battle, or should be Sharp Impact, and then we grab the perk Perpetual Strength over here into the perk Combined Onslaught, and then I grab the perk Tide of Battle, Shoulder Bash, Reeling Blow, Shadow Stab, and Terminus Slayer. That's pretty much all there is for the melee weapon. Now, for the Tacticals perk tree, I do take the perk Plasma Boost first. When plasma weapons are 30% overheated, their damage increases by 40%, and their charge shots use 1 less energy. Now, this is mainly good for your primary because, like I said before, the Heroic Plasma Pistol will overheat in a single shot, and because of that, you don't actually get to shoot again at this 30% overheat, and the only time you actually get this 40% damage increase is usually if you just like hold down your gun for an excessive period of time, and because of that, it's primarily good on the primary here, but you do still benefit from like the charge shot lessened energy use. Next perk here is Heightened Vigor. Now, I've kind of gone back and forth on what I want here. So versatility does up your damage on your secondary by 25%. That is a ton for the Heroic Plasma Pistol. That being said, I have found that Heightened Vigor can help you out a lot as well, because having no knockback while you're trying to shoot off the 5 business day charge speed gun does help out a lot, because a single whip warrior just has to slap your ass like one single time, and that's all it takes to just like stop your entire charge, and that feels like shit. So I just started taking this even with an Argent Edge. Obviously you can use it without that, but this is definitely the better option for damage. It's just like if you aren't coordinated, if you're like too lazy to just sit around and perfectly time every single shot, this perk is better for you. And also Learner's Pursuit is still pretty good. Next perk here is Emperor's Vengeance. Killing Majoris or higher enemy restores your private's ammo by 1 magazine. Cannot exceed maximum ammo capacity. The cooldown is 30 seconds. This perk just solves the ammo economy of the primary plasma, because without this, the ammo economy on this gun sucks ass, so definitely grab this. Next perk here is Aligned Aim. Range damage increases by 15% for all team members. This is still one of the best damage buff perks for ranged weapons in the entire game. Obviously, Secure Stockpile is better, but this perk is quite strong, though I will say, you know, I might actually make a build someday around the transhuman physiology here, because with the newly buffed common shots, the CHP recovery on this gun's common shots is actually pretty good. So with this on top of that, it can actually be pretty strong for that 30% increase. Now, the next perk here is Vital Data. Scanning Extremis or Terminus level enemy restores Auspex scans charged by 50%. This will just give you way more Auspexes against what you want the most for Extremis and Terminus, so I pretty much always pick this up. And the perk down here, Priority Targeting and Target Lock, are just not good at all. So while Priority Targeting is okay, but Target Lock is not good. You know, people ask me all the time, does this work on my grenade launcher damage? No, it only works on your equipment damage, and that's only what's in your equipment slot, so keep that in mind. Next perk here is Precise Calibration, going here into the perk Concentrate Fire for a 195% damage bonus on your Auspex. However, the radius is reduced by 25%, and if they leave that radius, they will lose the mark. So just keep that in mind as well, and also a 60% longer lasting Auspex. Sorry guys, pretty late when I'm recording this, so the Auspex scan zone lasting 60% longer, that is a very beneficial thing for you, and 195% damage bonus can come out to like a total of a 300% damage bonus when applied to the base aspect scan. And that is nuts for boss nuking, so you pretty much take this in like any content Space Marine 2 in my opinion. And the final perk here is a Radiant Impact. A melee finisher additionally deals significant AoE damage in a 10 meter radius. The cooldown is 90 seconds. This was the best perk in patch 11, patch 12, patch 10, patch 9. It has not really changed at all. This is still the best tactical perk. One-shotting Majoris at a 10 meter radius is just godlike. It will save your life all the time. Definitely grab this. Now for my prestige perk options, I do take Steel Supplier first, and reserve increases by 15%, and then I move here into the perk Spare Power, collecting the ammo box for its ability charged by 25%. So on this build, since we're taking Plasma weapons in Space Marine 2 do not have any headshot multiplier at all, so Acuity does nothing for us. You pretty much just always pick up like the third option, or excuse me, the fourth option you usually wouldn't. So in this case, that's Spare Power, or it could be Second Look, or it can even be like Exigency Charge if you want, but this perk sucks ass. So for the most part, we are stuck to Skill Supplier, Spare Power, Resilience for more HP from stims, and Fortitude for health increase of 15%, because the other ones are just not that strong. And Second Look is like not the worst thing ever. It's just that when you take Concentrated Fire, you actually have to wait for like the scan zone to miss entirely, or like just run out entirely, because it is like just waiting for enemies to enter it. And Second Look will not trigger until that happens. And if anything enters this zone, and I mean anything, like it could be like the foot of a Hormigaunt could enter your zone, it would not matter, because Second Look will just not be triggered after that, because it'll kind of as having entered the zone. And that's pretty much all there is to the perk setup on the Prestige perk list. That's pretty much all there is for this build. This is a hard one for me to get through. Sorry about that, guys. But the Plasma Incinerator is super fun now. The Heroic Plasma is super goofy. You know, this thing has the potential to be like genuinely broken with like the proper team comp. It's just that I don't know, man. It has a 5 business day charge up speed, and that does kind of turn it into like the cricket gun from Men in Black. But that being said, it is super fun. It's probably my favorite of the new heroics, besides like the Chainsword. And hopefully this build guide helps you. And if you like content like this, subscribe for more. If you want to watch me live to ask me questions about the game, or just come hang out, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description. And also a link to my community Discord. And as always, take it easy. Thanks for watching. Bye.
That beat abomination is silence. See what becomes of those who pray to dumb gods.
I'm pretty sure I still have Flaming voice on, by the way. You just kind of fuck these guys up and
Your heresy will never be forgotten, ominous. Stay close and sharp.
that Plasma Pistol hits hard, it better. It has like a 5 business day charge up speed.
Behold the abyss of the mind devoid of temperance. Destroy that monstrosity! A walking echo of oaths forsaken. May it burn eternal in the inferno of the... That's what calls for reinforcements! Deploying frag grenade! Commencing Auspex scan.
I hear them around the corner. There they are.
Throwing frag grenade! Just death for a betrayer. Silence that beast's call for its foul brethren. They lack for valor, but not from our enemy. Will receive no aid.
Thousand suns desecrate all they touch.
Warsight's pride.
Okay, that was actually bullshit. Literally no startup for that at all. No red.
Seeks to rally reserves. Halt it! We triumph over our malformed foe. No noble death for you, Oathbreakers! Fresh munitions! Kill that foe, lest it summon aid! Justice for turning against your brothers, traitor! Scare the cold servants defeated! Thousand blast witch!
Oh no no no! There was no panic in this video or stream. There was no panic at all. Anything you heard was a figment of your imagination or a Zinchian trick.
The galaxy is freed of your endless lies. Heresy led you to this end. All spanks ready to scan. Be ready. The enemy pleads for aid.
The heretics used that shaft to access the lower floors. Let us avenge the dead.
Arcast gaming through the tier 1. Now,
The traitors conveyed us to a hostile
let's see if we get
location.
a,
At least they did not separate us. Identify source of heretic power surges.
This monstrosity is dead.
The entire relay is teeming with the energies of the warp.
A finely wrought relic.
Harvest every shot, harvest every shot. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I can't use the secondary. Of course, it was like 15 anchors. Awesome. Rate of fire plasma is still definitely better than this plasma, but you can get this. New plasma pistol's crazy. What do you think? I mean, it's very slow.
Justice for turning against your brothers, traitor.
That was crazy. Getting up with the Death Watch falls around Tech Marine, yes. He has most of his shoulder pieces now.
All specs primed.
We are too late to aid this astropath. Let us put it out of its misery.
This place.
The path is clear.
I see you, champion in the ether. Approach and binge upon their suffering.
The astropath is communing with something, calling to it. Hordes, grenades, and chain swords were made for this kind of obscenity. We cannot penetrate those accursed fortifications. Raise their foul altars so we might end this madness. Enemy power structure destabilized.
Behold the abyss of the void of temperance.
Using our own astropaths
Okay,
against
well.
us. Disgraceful.
I'll say the rate of fire plasma as your secondary is technically better. Mainly because
Enemy reinforcements have heard the rally cry. A traitor in corrupted Terminator plate. Accursed champion use the beast's fall for its foul brethren. Its brethren answer the call. Vengeance in the name of the Primer. Crush the heretic cipher before it conjures its foul.
Seize the altar.
sorcerer, remember that.
All specs ready to scan. Writhe in agony, chaos, puppet. Heresy led you to this end.
Why are there so many fucking root points? Oh, one gal spawned there.
Destroy that monstrosity! See what becomes of those who pray to dark gods! Justice for turning against your brothers, traitor! No heretics remain. Well done, brothers.
Hordes are eliminated.
Its rotten blood corrupts all it touches.
We have the momentum. The barrier has fallen. Engage the astropath. Terminate the astropath.
Why they nerf the weekly increments is a great question, honestly.
Do not fear the change. Path has been
A pointless nerf.
fate decided.
I don't know why they nerf the accolades at all.
Pay no heed to any trickery.
Probably. Well, I mean, I know why, because they don't want the whole point of player of the like they want to encourage people to play siege mode, but I think the best way to encourage people to play a mode is make it fun.
Brothers, rally towards that warp energy surge. The second company is already lost. We are its last pathetic gasp. Trust our bonds, brothers, not these desperate vocal tricks.
A mind lost wholly to unhallowed worship. We triumph over our malformed foe. Walking echo of oaths forsaken. Horsemen engaged. Armor filled with lives and masses. That will call for reinforcements. There will be no allies for them. Vengeance in the name of the Primarch.
All right. God, I love watching FTD before my brain is melted. How do you think my brain feels?
All specs primed. See what becomes of
Emerge, discordant one, and remake this realm in the name of the dark gods.
Something has answered the corrupted astropath's call. We must end it.
Changer of ways, surge your will through our bodies to slaughter the interlopers.
We cannot penetrate that barrier. The shield leaches vital essence from other psychers in the area.
Holy moly.
Rupture this. Prioritize the
Perish.
astropathic distraction.
Already contained. This sector will fall.
Removed an astropath.
There is no loyalty among these mindless wretches. The heretics admit lowly mutant.
Prioritize that astropathic distraction. Astropath down.
Behold the abyss of a mind devoid of temperance.
Control the class tutorials, man. You're straight killing it. No problem, man. I did just post a full guide for every class. I also have a full guide for all or what I would recommend as some of the best siege mode builds in this patch.
Choose the number of psychic combatants.
I feel like the siege mode is too varied at this point to actually have a guaranteed best anymore, but they're definitely good ones. Because yeah, you never know what modifier you get anymore.
Vanished into the ether vile memory of betrayal. Armor-breaking grenade!
Yeah, punked through a corner by that guy.
The Emperor sees you. He finds you wanting. Vengeance in the name of the Primarch! Terminator in sight!
Target any astropaths sharing their power.
Accursed champion of chaos falls!
Have you seen the Helldivers X Warhammer news? I know. Oh, I know. Too bad Helldivers can, dude, fuck that game.
All specs multi-scanner available.
Helldivers X Warhammer. Tell you what, I'll play Helldivers 2. Fuck. I know a few of the Helldivers 2 YouTubers. I'll ask if they want to play. And then I'll tell them to play a better game, like Dark Tide and Space Marine 2.
Support psychers terminated. Thus the lead astropath is without support. Engage the last astropath.
Its rotten blood corrupts.
What are your thoughts on the buff plasma incinerator? Much better. It's not like we're gonna get Space Marine stuff. We'll get like Guardsman stuff.
Target the
I am
astropath.
first to a Guardsman, so I do enjoy that. There's a reason I call Helldivers 2 Hell Slop 2, okay?
If the psychers have brought forth some arcane power, we must destroy it.
Justice for turning against your brothers, traitor. Focus on that monstrosity. See what becomes of those who pray to dark gods. Cruel mutants, easily broken. clear.
Down there, brothers. We must continue our hunt through that corruption. Attack that beast, brothers. Do not relent, brothers. Keep up the attack.
He went in on me, huh?
Stay away from the beams and stay alive, brothers. Is the Hellspawn withdrawing from the fight? Appears the text that take us with it. Auspex cannot identify our position. The air here scorches my mind. Hurry, brothers, find an exit. That light could be an entryway back to our realm. I am free from that madness. That beast will know my wrath. Those tentacles are priority targets.
More damage this do. Not a ton.
The tentacles are neutralized. Unleash on the demon. Those beams are concentrated warflame. The creature is protecting itself. Save your ammunition. Brothers, what say we exterminate those foul cultists first? Cut the cultists off from the vortex beast.
We triumph over our malformed foe. All specs ready to scan. A mind lost wholly to unhallowed worship.
God, I think that's pretty good, huh? You get to do that with this. Oh, he dodged it. Nice. No, honestly, deserved.
Commencing all spec scan.
The demon is grievously wounded. Strike now and end it.
You always sneak in a light attack there.